Welcome to the Career Coffee Club, where we brew the perfect blend of insight and expert advice relating to anyone looking to climb the career ladder or those who are currently seeking a new position. In each episode, we will be meeting with hiring managers and industry experts who will give their own unique perspective to support those who are looking for a new position or looking to climb the career ladder.
So whether you're just starting out, seeking that next career move, or that one big promotion, we have the insights for you to succeed.
So grab your favourite cup of coffee, settle in, and join us as we help you to build your career one conversation at a time. So hello and welcome back to the Career Coffee Club. Today we're meeting with an operations director from a very large global supply chain and logistics organisation, very successful. And what I'm really excited about with this one is that we're actually meeting someone today who started from very entry level and has moved through the career ladder. So has got some great insight and support to give to listeners and viewers.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
And I suppose before we get into introductions in too much, it's good to refresh everybody on who we are. So
I'm Oliver Bridle. I'm an internal talent acquisition lead for Invisix, which is a deep tech company. We do head-up displays for the automotive industry. And
and I'm Matt. So I co-own Arrow Search, who are a operational and corporate recruiting and staffing organisation across the UK and the US. So hopefully with our insights and our support, and then also Kevin's insights and support.
More Kevin, probably.
More Kevin. Hopefully we can start to get some good insights and support out to people who are looking to grow their career in the logistics and supply chain space. So Kevin, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's great to be here. So Kevin Miller, I'm an ops director within a leading 3PL logistics company, as you know.
And how do you feel having a mic shoved in your face?
Yeah, so it's a bit awkward, isn't it? But
the beginning is always the worst part, and the end, because you don't know how to finish. The middle bit's good because it's just conversation.
It takes a while to get used to. It does take a while to get used to. But as we kind of said, obviously you began your career at the entry, right? You started off in the warehouse. So can you just give us a bit of an overview as to kind of how you made those first steps, and if you like, your career in a summary, if we want to say that?
Yeah. Look, 24 years in now to logistics. I started off by not being in logistics, in all fairness. So I just hated the cold. I was out in building sites and various different things. It wasn't my career choice. I wanted to be a pilot, an astronaut, firefighter, as all young boys do. But still time. Yeah, definitely still time. But just fell into logistics, as I say, to get out the cold, really. And just started off as a kind of picker in a couple of warehouses, a few agency jobs, that type of thing, and then landed in a business, Travis Perkins PLC in Northampton, and just started working in the warehouse as a picker. I remember my first day actually, and it was 2004. It wasn't before lots of health and safety, but it was like, right, who wwants to drive one of those big forklifts? And I was like, I'll kind of give it a go. So it was like, right, you're on replenishment. Here's your task. I'll come and see you back in an hour. It was driving toys around the warehouse, really. And quite quickly, I kind of just generally my mind just kind of got to be spinning lots of different plates in one go. And there was different opportunities that was coming up, like, different activity or project and things. And I was always just kind of putting my hand up for it, really. So just wanting to learn something new and get into some different things. And it really progressed through going off a picking shift into a goods in environment, dealing with inbound suppliers, working on stock and inventory, and then getting involved in the wider business and various different things.
So sorry, Kevin. So was Travis Perkins? That's a builders type? Was it builders merchants? Yeah. So you were indoors though on that one.
Indoors, not outdoors in the yard. Right, it was the distribution centres.
And how big was it back then when you started with them? How big was Travis Perkins? Because they're quite big now, aren't they?
Yeah, they were larger than they are now. Actually,
really?
They had various different brands in their business, so like Wickes, City Plumbing, CCF, Travis Perkins brand, and so on. And they made some acquisitions actually throughout my time while I was there, and their supply chain was quite complex in terms of lots of different warehouses servicing different parts of the business. And over the recent years, so I guess within the last 5 or 6 years, they've sold off different parts of their businesses and merged some of them. So they've kind of disbanded it really to really focus on their core business.
I didn't realise they were that big.
Yeah. Yeah,
I only know them because they sponsor the Saints.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, quite a large organisation with quite a complex logistics network behind it.
Cool. And I mean, I've always been amazed when it comes to some of the warehouse picking, packing, because I'm someone who can't find my car keys half the time. So how many kind of SKUs, how many products would you have in the warehouses that you're kind of looking for? So something comes through and it says, go find item number X. How many X's are there?
Yeah, it depends on the scale and size of the operation, I guess. So, if I think back to my days at Travis Perkins, that was anywhere upwards of 56,000 different SKUs. So you have specific pick bins and systemic locations that will guide the pickers around their pick paths, if you like. But you could have warehouses that have anywhere from like 100 really upwards. So it all depends on the customer and the type of product they're servicing, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very good at that, to be honest with you.
No.
And because you mentioned then that you kind of climb the ladder through projects and you're getting involved in multiple different projects. Where did we go from there? What kind of was the next step?
Yeah, so for me, the next step was outside of kind of supply chain operations was understanding more about the extended supply chain. So I've done a stint in category buy-in. So actually the purchasing and procurement of the products that come in and then working out how they then get from A to B to the end customer and growing effectively categories and businesses within business. So that was kind of the next step for me, and then quickly fell back into operations. So, going from them functional sort of roles back into operations, into general management, then moved out of that business into the 3PL provider I'm with now, into kind of site management roles, and then 6 years on from starting that business into an ops director role, which I've been in for the last couple of years now.
Was there a key moment or a key project or a key decision that you made that really catapulted you, or was it really just a series of them, of putting your hands up for those opportunities?
Yeah, for me personally, it was a series of them. I've been quite fortunate actually to have some mentors along the way and kind of bosses really that have encouraged me and helped me on that path. So anything I put my hand up for, even if it wasn't something I knew about or, hadn't really learnt before, really helped get me into them and coach me along or put me in touch with people in the network that could provide that learning for me, but just putting confidence in.
So do you think that was luck though? Do you think that you were just lucky that you had those people at that time, or was there something that, and we'll probably come on to this later on, but was there something that you did, your aptitude that they saw that made them want to mentor you or help you in those positions or to progress, do you think?
I think it's a bit of both. Look, you can get some really good leaders, and then you can get some bosses, right? Who just like dictate and this is what I want you to do and sit in your lane over there, and that's all I need you to crack on with. But for me, I think it's about that two-way interaction. If you show willing and you're showing that you're putting yourself out there, out your comfort zone, to really try and learn and make a difference in what you're doing in the workplace, then those people tend to latch onto you, and then undoubtedly more stuff ends up coming your way, right?